From the Weather NorCal Command Center, this is your evening update.
American Door Company has been family owned and operated for over 29 years, supplying Northern California with quality garage doors, garage door openers, and installed with the best service you'd expect from a locally owned company. We serve all of Northern California from Willows all the way up to the Oregon state line. Give us a call today.
You know, more and more people are coming to me in public and saying they love Weather NorCal, and they're really beginning to associate me with Weather NorCal, and that's great. But a lot of times I ask them, do you have the Weather NorCal app? And they say, you have an app? So a lot of people who know about this and are watching me on a regular basis, but they don't know about this, the free Weather NorCal app. Just go to your phone, go to your App Store, your Android, Google Play Store, and you search for Weather NorCal. You'll see this logo, download it for free. Explore, check it out. There's a lot of things that are kind of involved with the Weather NorCal app, including the weather, of course, and there are other special items in there as well that I think you'll enjoy. Check it out. The north winds, they're back. We noticed them yesterday, we noticed them today, we're going to notice them again tomorrow. That's going to keep that fire danger increased. It's going to be high fire danger for the next couple of days, and by the end of the week, we're talking about the potential of our first triple-digit reading of the year. So far, it's going to be close. It's going to be very close, much like a couple weeks ago where we didn't quite reach 100. That may be the case again on Friday. Big heat in June? Well, it looks like as we go into the first week of June, you may be hearing about a heat wave heading our way for the first week of June. Number one, forecast models are going back and forth in that. Number two, it depends on which forecast model you look at. Because one is indicating some pretty intense heat, others, not so much. We'll take a closer look at that here in a second. Here's your neighborhood outlook for tomorrow. Quick glance, temperatures are warming up pretty much across the board, even the coast, with temperatures in the mid-60s for your daytime highs. So the winds, really, let's kind of focus on the winds. And the first thing I want to tell you about is look at the valley and look at the coast. This is really where the two main areas of the strongest winds will be, and really the valley in particular. And what you'll notice for the valley is the winds are strongest in the morning. They subside a bit through the afternoon, but still strong enough to create that high fire danger. You can see as we go into Thursday afternoon, still 20 to 30 miles per hour and gusty along the coast. Now there are some areas in the mountains. You can see in the high country there, out towards Modoc County, even Siskiyou County, seeing some gusty winds. But for Lass and Plumas counties, you'll notice the winds just aren't as strong there. A little breezy at times, but just not as strong. Now Friday morning, you see that? Pretty strong winds here for the valley. Not so much, not that bad for the coast. And then the good news is by Friday afternoon, the winds died down for the valley. Still a little breezy for some of the mountains and gusty still out along the coast on Friday. So let's take a look at the humidity. Of course, we've got the wind in there as well to kind of give you an idea. Now, we take you to tomorrow. We're still going to be looking at the potential for single-digit relative humidity levels. That's not good. That's going to be very dry. And the thing is, even though the winds are dying down and you see more of a south wind for places like Chico, it's still going to be very dry for your Friday afternoon. Okay, so when you factor in the heat, the humidity, and the winds, that's what we saw today. Here's what we're going to see here for tomorrow as we go into Thursday. We're actually looking at higher fire danger. You see the darker shades of orange here? I mean, that is well within that category of high. Okay, so you've got the gusty winds, you've got the dry conditions, and it's going to be hotter tomorrow as well. Now, Friday, we saw that the winds are dying down, but still dry, and the hottest day of the week will be on Friday. So we still kind of have in there that moderate to high range for the valley. So just a few things to take into account. Maybe hold off mowing your lawn the next few days, maybe hold off until Saturday or Sunday, because by then the temperatures will drop. So the wind's still a factor. For Thursday, there's still a factor going into Friday morning, but by Friday afternoon, what we've got here is this ridge of high pressure. It's weak. It's a very weak ridge, but it's strong enough that we could see temperatures quite possibly touch 100 degrees for some of the warmer spots. If that happens, it'll be the first time it's happened this year so far. But I think we may have to hold off until next week before we start to see that. Now, as we go into the weekend, you see this? Yeah, I got some colder air riding to our north. That's going to drop our temperatures down a bit here for the weekend and even early next week. Now, as we go into Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, this particular forecast model wants to take this ridge of high pressure and build it in toward the middle of next week. So you can see the main bubble of heat is off to our east, right here, right about here, okay? Cooler air to our west. If we were to look at the European forecast model, this would not only be more to the west and right on top of us, but even stronger. That would indicate temperatures of 105, 110 degrees. You may have been reading that on social media. We can't set that in stone just yet. We've got to keep watching for more consistency and the long-range forecast models agreeing on that solution before we start talking about it as if it's going to happen. But just be aware that the trend is there for some of the hottest temperatures we've seen so far for the year as we go into next week. Now, I want to show you the trend here because this will kind of show you that we're going up, not quite 100 degrees Friday. We're going back down, but staying above normal and then going back up. You see that? Now, if we don't see it on Friday, I think there's a pretty good chance we could see our first triple-digit reading for the first time this year by the middle of next week for the valley. Now, the trend for the mountains, same situation. Going up, going down, but staying above normal, and then going back up toward the middle of next week. Now, the coast, I typically don't show the trend because there's not a very big spread, and really that's the case here as well. But you'll notice we're kind of seeing that same trend. You see how they're kind of going down through the weekend, and then they start to kind of slowly work their way up going through next week. So even the coast, we'll see those warmer temperatures with this heat wave that we could be experiencing toward the middle of next week. Now let's take a look at Futurecast, and we're not really looking at any rain or even much in the way of cloud cover for your Thursday. But by Friday, we'll probably see some of those afternoon clouds developing in the higher elevations. And Futurecast does paint in a little bit of stray shower activity here and there for parts of the eastern mountains. For now, I'm going to keep it dry. I wouldn't anticipate any rainfall for your Friday. And then looks like on Monday, and this is something we talked about really all day today, is the fact that Monday of next week, a chance for showers for the coast. That's the best chance. Then Trinity County, Siskiyou County, and even Modoc County, I have included a chance for a few showers Monday of next week. But nothing intense, nothing that heavy. And then it dries out after that through the rest of next week. Maybe some thunderstorms for parts of the Sierra as well. Okay, so as we take a look at your future, actually the wave heights, that is, there we go, the wave heights. They're actually going to be pretty high for your Thursday. Then we should start to see them retreat a little bit, but still fairly high as we go into Friday afternoon. So what does that mean? Well, it means that we got some pretty high wave heights and winds. Look at the winds. Tomorrow, they're out of the north at 25 to 30 knots. There's a small craft advisory, and it really took effect this afternoon and will be in effect through tomorrow as well. And that may even extend on into your Friday as well, because we still expect some pretty strong winds there. So here's what it looks like tonight. Temperatures may even be warmer than this. It depends on how strong the winds are tomorrow morning. Could be more like the mid to even upper 60s overnight. But I think overnight we could drop down to as low as the low to mid 30s. For the mountains, we're staying well above freezing, mainly in the 40s. Some of the cooler spots like El Tourist at about 36, but I mean Weaverville, 46, 40 degrees for Hayfork, and for the coast in the mid to upper 40s overnight tonight into early tomorrow morning. So your Trinity County neighborhood forecast, notice on Monday, I've included the chance for showers. The chances will be best west of that along the coast, but for today, of course, no rain. Tomorrow, no rain. Temperatures a bit warmer. For the north coast, for central and southern Humboldt County, there you can see that chance for showers on Monday, otherwise dry before that. But again, you can kind of see that trend, right? You see how it's going down and then going back up for Monday, Tuesday, and into Wednesday of next week. Look for a high of 85 degrees for Orleans. There's that temperature going down, then back up. Chance for showers on Monday. Oric, a high of about 68 degrees. And for Siskiyou County, temperatures mainly around the upper 70s to about 80. Some of the higher elevations to the north and east in the low 70s. Chance for showers Monday. Chance for showers Monday in Modoc County, but dry the rest of the days over the next 7 to even 10 days. There you can see temperatures should be in the low to mid 70s. For the eastern mountains, highs are getting up to about 80 degrees for Susanville. Janesville about 78. A little bit warmer in Shingletown at 86, 78 for Viola, and Paradise, boy, you're getting close to 90 degrees. Your Valley neighborhood forecast brought to you by NorCal Tractor. Yeah, those temperatures in the mid to upper 90s for your daytime highs, getting even warmer on Friday, and then dipping down to the low 90s for the weekend. Taking you up north, a high of 89 for Whiskeytown, 92 for Lakehead, 94 for the city of Shasta Lake. Red Bluff all the way up to Redding, about 96 degrees. Let's take a look at your 7-day outlook for Redding. So again, I've got you down to up to 98 degrees on Friday. Could some of us on Friday touch 100 degrees? not out of the question. But if we don't see 100 degrees on Friday, which will most likely be the case, then I do anticipate that we will see our first 100 plus degree reading by the middle of next week.